Dear students, last time you have seen that the need or reason of auditing, advantages of auditing, and limitations of auditing. After discussing this aspect, the next aspect is types of errors and frauds. So we are going to discuss here the various types of errors and frauds. Well, we have seen that the incidental objective of auditing is to detect and prevent the errors and frauds. When to detect the errors and frauds as well prevent the errors and fraud, audit is undertaken in the organization. That time it is necessary on the part of auditor. He should carefully check the transactions so that if there are any accounting error, they can be detected. So for this, we are required to see and understand the meaning of error, various types of errors, meaning of fraud, the way of committing the fraud in the business organization. This can be discussed in our today's lecture. The accounting errors can be divided basically in two types. One is clerical error and second is errors of principle. So for discussing these types of errors, we are required to see first instance the meaning of error. The meaning of error is if mistake is committed or happen in the books of accounts without intention, that time such mistake is called as error, and thereby clerical error means the error committed by the clerk at the time of recording the transaction or maintaining the books of accounts. The error could relate to the posting done in the wrong account, correct value not taken, the amount is not recorded in the correct for the correct period, etc. And if such errors are happen in the books of account, these errors are divided as follows. The first type of error is errors of omission. The name itself indicates that meaning of this error. This is an error of omission of recording the transaction in the books of account, and omission may be complete or partial. Means when at the time of recording the transaction, the clerk without any intention forget to record the transaction. And when transaction is not recorded by the clerk in the books of account, that time the error is occur in the books of account. When the omission is took place, that time such omission is either complete omission or partial omission. Complete omission means when the transaction is not completely recorded in the books of account, that time such omission is a complete omission. On the contrary, when sometime it happen, the clerk record the transaction partially in the books of account, but partially he forget to record it. That time such error is called as a partial omission. When complete omission is there, that time such complete omission does not affect the trial balance. But if partial omission is there, that time such partial omission is affect the trial balance of the organization. When complete omission is there, that time it is difficult on the part of auditor to identify such omission in the books of account. Thereby, there have necessity on the part of auditor to take due care for identifying the transactions which are omitted from the books of accounts. Second type of error is errors of commission. Errors of commission means an error of recording a transaction when the transaction is recorded in wrongly in the books. That time these are this error is occur. This error is in the form of posting, casting, carry forward, or taking out the balances, etc. When posting error is there, that time posting error may be of a wrong account, wrong amount, or wrong side. For example, if purchases are made from X, but these purchases are recorded toward Y's account, etc. This type of error, when occur in the books of account, that time this type of error will not affect the trial balance. Casting error means the error when it occur while taking the total of the accounts, the mistake is committed. And when mistake is committed at the time of totaling the accounts, that time the error occur, which error is error of casting. As well, when the people who are related to the accounting work, they are carry forwarding the balances for the next period or for the next account. That time they are committing mistake at the time of carry forwarding the balances. That time those errors which occur, these errors are errors of commission. Third is compensating error. Compensating error means whenever one error exists and another error takes place, as a result of which the effect of previous error is counterbalance. That time these errors are called as a compensating error. It means the example of such error is if sales account is undercast by rupees 10,000 and purchase account is undercast by the same amount, that time the error is occur. And when such compensating error is occur in the books of account, that time such error also not affect the trial balance, and thereby it is very difficult to the auditor to identify such error. So due care is necessary on the part of auditor. And last type is errors of duplication. And error of duplication occur when the transaction is recorded twice by the concerned person. Sometimes it happens the clerks are recording the transaction and by mistake, they are recording the transaction twice in the books of account. That time such errors are occur, that errors are called as errors of duplication. Means these are the various types of errors which are of clerical nature. Errors of duplication when happen, that time the concerned clerk is not intentionally commit such mistake, and thereby these are the clerical errors. Then second type of error is errors of principle. All of we are aware that the accounting is based on accepted accounting principles, and it is necessary on the part of people who are deals with accounting transactions, so they are required to follow the accepted accounting principles. But when the accepted accounting principles are not followed at the time of maintaining the books of account, that time the errors which occurs, that errors are called as errors of principle. It means error arising from not observing the accounting principles correctly. That time such errors are called as errors of principle. The example of such errors are capitalization of revenue items, over or undervaluation of stock, inadequate provision of depreciation, inadequate provision of bad debt, wrong treatment about prepaid and outstanding expenses. These are the examples of errors of principle. The example is that suppose Mr. X purchase a car worth rupees 5 lakh, but this car is recorded by him toward purchase regular purchase account of the organization instead of recording a motor car account. That time the error is occur, and such error is error of principle. By this way, these are the errors of principle, errors which are committed in the books of account. It means briefly, the errors are not committed intentionally in the books of account. These are happen in the books of account without any intention, and thereby without intention those mistakes are committed. That mistakes are known as errors. The next is frauds. The word fraud itself indicate its meaning. The meaning of fraud is that when the willful misrepresentation made with an intention of deceiving others, that time such a mistake is called as fraud. It means, in brief, fraud is a deliberate mistake committed in the accounts with a view to get the personal benefit. Frauds generally happen in the books of accounts or in the organization with an intention to deceive somebody or to get the benefit. And with this intention, when frauds are committed, that time those person committing frauds, they are taking due care. When they are taking due care for at the time of committing fraud, that time it is quite difficult on the part of auditor to detect such fraud easily. So auditor is required to take a necessary care for detection of frauds in the books of account. The frauds can be of two types. The first is fraud through defalcation. Fraud through defalcation means misappropriation of cash and misappropriation of goods are the two ways to commit the fraud or to make the defalcation in the organization. And second is manipulation of accounts. The manipulation of accounts is a way whereby the fraud is committed by the employee of the organization or even top management of the organization. That time this fraud is happen and it is of manipulation of account. Misappropriation of cash and goods is a very easier way to commit the fraud, and thereby the people who are deals with cash or the people who are deals with goods, they are committing the frauds or they are behave improperly, and thereby they are deceiving the organization by way of misappropriating the cash from organization or misappropriating the goods from organization. The misappropriation of cash or misappropriation of goods is by various ways. Some of the ways are like that. By misappropriating the receipt by not recording in the same in the books. Those people who are deals with cash, they are receiving the cash from the parties, but they are not entering such cash in the books of account. They are making misappropriation of the cash from the organization. Second is destroying the carbon copy or counterfoil of the organization. Sometimes it has happened. The transaction is entered in the transaction when took place. That time receipts are generated or prepared by the concerned clerk, but he is making dispose of that carbon copy of the receipt or counterfoil of the receipt from the books of account, and thereby those cash which he have received is misappropriated by him from the organization. Next is by recording a lesser amount on counterfoil or carbon copy, and the part of amount is stolen by the person from the organization. It means he is receiving the cash from the concerned person. He is giving the receipt to concerned person of appropriate amount, but he record lesser amount on the carbon copy or counterfoil, and cash is misappropriated. By not recording the receipt of sale of a casual nature is also a way to misappropriate the cash from the organization. Sometimes undercasting receipt side of cash book or overcasting payment side of cash book is made by the person and the cash is misappropriated from the organization. As well, the misappropriation of goods by way of theft from the organization, the fraud is committed. And when the peoples are committing fraud, that time they are taking very due care not to identify it by the auditor in easier sense, the precaution is taken and thereby it is difficult to identify the fraudulent activities in the organization by the auditor. Next, another way of committing fraud is manipulation of account. The manipulation account is implies the presentation of accounts more favorably than what they actual are. It is also called as a window dressing. Window dressing means showing wrong picture of the organization, and generally this fraud may be committed by top level management. This type of mistake is difficult to detect because it is committed very cautiously, and the frauds are generally committed with the intention either to show more profit than actual or to show more loss than actual. The various ways are followed for manipulating the accounts, such as assets and liabilities are valued over or under the actual values. Sometimes assets are shown more than its values or liabilities are shown less than the actual values, and thereby the accounts are manipulated or wrong picture is shown by the organization. By inflating the sales and deflating the expenses to show more profit or vice versa. Suppose the organization want to show more profit than actual, that time at the end of the month of the financial year, dummy sales are recorded in the books of account, and by recording dummy sale in the books of account, the profit is shown more than the actual profit, and ultimately in the next month those sales are shown will be shown as a purchase sales return from the parties, and actually the books of accounts are manipulated as well. Sometimes depreciation is not charged at correct values. There are necessity that the depreciation are required to be charged according to statutory requirement, but organizations are charging less depreciation than the actual amount of depreciation, and thereby accounts are manipulated in the organization. Some of the basic principles such as land is not required to be depreciated, but the land is depreciated, and thereby the accounts are manipulated. So auditor is required to see and verify that none of such activity are applied in the organization, and thereby the fraud has committed in the organization. By this way, these are the various types of errors and various types of frauds which are happen in the books of account, and to detect such errors as well to detect such fraud and to make some arrangement for preventing the errors and fraud is the responsibility of auditor is required to be fulfilled by him. Okay, thank you.